Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Devasiamentality plays Kido Senshi Gundam Lost War Chronicles, or Mobile Suit Gundam Lost War Chronicles, or whatever. It's just Gundam Lost War Chronicles. Yeah, I've decided to take a break from Sonic gaming for, I don't know, a couple of games to do some giant robots. Because that's something I've been meaning to do more of anyway. And I figured, you know, why not start with another one of those games that you don't see much of because it's not an English game. Yeah, this is a Japanese exclusive title, Lost War Chronicles. And it also has a manga series that's well, based on the game, I would say. Has all the same characters, but it has a few of the same missions. Well, I suppose. But from what I know, the game is not really all that much like the manga at all. There are certain characters who would get killed off, certain plot points that occur in the Lost War Chronicles story that, you know, it just doesn't occur in this game. As it is, this game is more like an extension of the battle, what's it's from, I don't know. The battle tactics mode from Journey to Jaburo. So yeah, that's basically what this game is. It's Journey to Jaburo, battle tactics, made better. And that's saying something, because Journey to Jaburo just, not really all that good. Anyway, I've already done this game all the way through on Federation and Xeon missions, all complete. But I'm going to start from scratch here, and I think I'm going to start with Earth Fetties first, yeah.
Hajimemashite. この部隊のオペレーターを務めるノエル・アンダーソン伍長です。隊長もすでにご存知かと思いますが、簡単に部隊の説明をさせていただきます。
Yeah, I really do not understand Japanese all that well, and I'm just gonna stay silent during these cutscenes, so,
部隊の設立目的は、モビルスーツによる実戦データの収集です。よって、様々な戦場、あらゆる敵との戦闘任務が課せられることとなります。構成スタッフですが、司令官にあたるのがジョン・コーエン准将、そして隊長のサポートをするパイロットは、ライトウィングがラリー・ラドリー少尉、レフトウィングがアニッシュ・ロフマン総長です。二人とも頼りになる敏腕のパイロットです。ジオンから地球を守るため、一緒に頑張りましょう。
Yeah. Anyway, I'm generally going to stay quiet through most of the cutscenes, because I'm thinking maybe later on I could find someone who could translate or find a game script for this stuff. That...
ヨーロッパで行われる大規模反攻作戦、オデッサ作戦の陽動が今回のミッションです。現在、多くの部隊がヨーロッパの集結ポイントに向けて出撃準備中です。各部隊が移動を開始した際、敵に集結ポイント及び攻撃目標を特定されないよう、世界各地で陽動作戦が展開されます。我々はカナダにて敵の哨戒部隊を奇襲します。あくまでも陽動が目的ですので、一定時間の戦闘後、戦闘エリアを離脱することも許可されています。撤退は部隊の損耗を考慮し、隊長の判断で行ってください。
That I can, what am I trying to say? Anyway, you first start off with only 2 mobile suits at the beginning of the game. This, for the Federation, is the GM and a gun tank. I'm not going to touch the gun tank for a while, but with the GM, your starting weapons are a beam spray gun and the hyper bazooka, and nothing else other than that. Oh, and if you hold, like, I think, is it R1 and L2, or something? I don't know. But there are certain combinations you can do to change the color of the mobile suit once it gets into it. And there's also a view section where you can change between the standard third-person view like you would see in Journey to Jaburo and a first-person view like if you were in the cockpit of the suit. There are also a number of unique loading screens in this game that I'm not going to cut them out, but I am going to trim them down. Believe me, the game does not load that fast. So yeah, I'm now playing as a Jim in white dingo coloration. How about that? In terms of controls, like I said, it's kind of like Journey to Jaburo, only made better. So a lot of controls are very similar. They're not exactly the same. But if you play Journey to Jaburo, you should have a fair idea of how it's going to work. Not exactly, but, well, there you go. I'm not going to describe them down to the letter or anything. I'm sure if there's a translation from the tutorial video, or you've watched the tutorial video enough that you get the gist of what's supposed to work the way it does. Understand it. As for the first mission, pretty basic. Go in, find all the Xeon troops as they come out, and, Now, I would say that a lot of the missions in this game are fairly easy to understand, as long as you get kind of sort of the gist of what's going on. This, as far as I know, is just go in, take out the enemies, and apparently you can also leave the area if you so desire up to a certain point. I'm not quite sure what that certain point is, but whatever. And there's a cluster of Zeeks coming this way, so we better head towards them. I'm going to be doing that a lot for a while until I get the extended map screen down in the corner, the radar unit. Come on, take it like a man. Another thing is that there are a number of weapons in this game that don't actually rely on an ammo counter. For instance, all the beam weapons. If you look down in the right corner, down in the bottom, you'll see that little green bar building up every time I fire a shot from either my head Vulcans or my beam spray gun. That's basically your ammo. That's basically your replacement ammo counter for things like that. You basically just make sure that your gun doesn't overheat, and when it's overheated, you can't fire anymore. And that's mission complete. Pretty easy, especially if you practice the controls well enough. And of course, each battle is also ranked, and oh wow, I got a rank S. Hallelujah.
すごいです。私感動しました。今度、隊長のモビルスーツ戦術論、聞かせてくださいね。お疲れ様でした。
That's basically her saying good job.
新たなモビルスーツが配備されました。作戦に合わせて有効に活用してください。
And that's basically her telling me I've unlocked more mobile suits.
それでは。
But anyway, on to the next mission. What is this? Alright, this one.
オデッサ作戦に参加予定のビッグトレイ級陸戦艇が1隻。エンジン不調により後方の補給基地にて修理を行っています。このビッグトレイはレビル将軍の乗艦しているバターン号の同型艦であり、オデッサ作戦実行時には指令中継点として機能するとともにバターン号の影武者となる重要な機体です。しかし現在補給基地に駐屯していた主力部隊はオデッサ作戦参加のためすでに出撃しており、残っている守備隊だけでは敵の襲撃があった場合ビッグトレイを護衛することは不可能です。今回のミッションはビッグトレイの護衛を第一目標とし、敵部隊の襲撃があった場合これを殲滅することが目的となります。
Basically, we're undergoing like Operation Odessa now, which means now our unit is being assigned to protect General Rebel's big trade ship. But the new mobile suit I unlocked was the Cold Climate Type GM, which has the available weapons of standard of a beam gun and a 90mm machine gun. You know, as a general thing, I tend to prefer machine guns over the beam weapons in any given situation, but you know, for the sake of getting things done a little bit more cleanly, I decided to go with the beam gun. The cold climate type is just basically a slightly enhanced, better version of the GM. As with its name, it's more adept in cold climates. And yeah, like in Journey to Jaburo, you can adjust the camera from a distance, you can unlock it, and view it from a distance and stuff like that. Although, instead of doing it with the right analog stick as you would in Journey to Jaburo, you would do it with the left one, which is kind of awkward. The right stick, now, doing anything with that is basically just switching targets that are in view. So we've got things coming from each side, so I decided to switch up the formation, have my guys spread out. Maybe not the best idea in the world, because they're going in opposite fucking directions. And I would have liked them both to go towards one direction so I could take out all the things in the other direction, but whatever. So, I think I'm going to screw up here. I'm going to try and do some proximity attack on a Zaku. And I think the Zaku gets me instead. I was a fool. Ah, yep. Ah. There goes a good chunk of my fucking health. Ow. Oh, no way I'm getting a great score now. Not that I don't think you really can on some of the earlier missions until after you played them at least once. Because once you've played the game, once you've played a number of missions through, you can replay them at any time, but I think after a certain point, the difficulty goes up and the number of mobile suits and different types of mobile suits that the level itself will throw at you. Like, here I'm only just getting like Zaku's and Goofs and whatnot right now. And later, I think right about here there will be Dom mobile suits coming my way. Yeah, but there won't be too many of them. For those of you who remember the Battle Tactics mode of Journey to Jaburo, you'll recognize this battlefield right off the bat. This is the mountainous area. Here's a neat little trick you can exploit in this game in order to cover a lot of ground real quickly without wasting too much booster power. It is, you boost into the air, you use your proximity attack just as you're about to hit the ground. You'll float for a while, and then quickly press boost again in order to start flying. But yeah, the booster's gonna have to wait till we're down before I use them again, and I'm stuck down in the trench. So I'm gonna try and use my special attack here to hit them, and he's completely out of range. Damn it! I hate when that happens. That's another thing I like about this game compared to Journey to Jaburo. You can remain locked on to an enemy while you're trying to do one of those sniping attacks. In Journey to Jaburo, you just had to hope that the enemy would stay directly in your line of sight while you were getting ready to fire stuff like that. Whoa! You also don't want to be too close to these guys when they explode, because that hurts. Except when there's mission complete, because that pretty much means mission complete, and you don't have to worry about taking any more damage. But I think that's all I'm really going to discuss for now. Thank thee. Annie would not be happy.
作戦成功です。ご苦労様でした。次の出撃までゆっくり休んでください。
Yeah, adequate performance, and you're telling me I have another mobile suit. But I think that's going to be it for right now, and I'll see you guys next time when I pick up whatever the next mission is, and I'll probably explain a little bit more then. See ya.